41 NBC. It's time for Friday night football action. You're in the end zone, insured by 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. Drive more, spend less. Call or click today for a free quote. Also brought to you by 5 Star Automotive.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the End Zone, brought to you by Safe Auto. I'm Bill Shanks from Fox Sports 1670 AM in Macon and The Telegraph. Tonight, it's our last show of the year, the state semifinals. There were only 14 games played tonight around the state of Georgia, with 28 teams hoping to punch their ticket to the Georgia Dome and the state finals next week. We'll have highlights from the land of the trembling earth a bit later on. Yes, my hometown of Waycross, where the Northside Eagles were hoping to advance to the state championship game. But we start with Wilcox County as the Patriots welcomed Emmanuel County Institute to Rochelle. ECI was the number 2 seed for the Class A public schools, while Wilcox County was the 3rd seed. Both of these teams have outstanding offensive skill players. The Patriots have been led all season by quarterback Mikhail Grace, who has thrown for over 3,000 yards this season. And these have been two of the top teams in single A really since 2006, as both teams have averaged 11 wins per season. ECI won the state title in 2007, while Wilcox won it all 2 years later in 2009. Here we go for our first video of the night from Patriots Stadium, where the Patriots were taking the field and had to go on defense early on. ECI now on their own 37-yard line. Greg Purcell gets the ball, runs up the left side right there. Nice advance, gets to about the 42-yard line as Grace takes him down. Then Greg Purcell again for ECI up the middle, but is stopped by some good defense by the Patriots. Purcell again, now on the right side. How about a 7-yard gain? He's going to get down to about the 11 of Wilcox County. Then Caleb Presley will get going. He takes it up the middle for a short gain, and then Greg Purcell again up the middle. He's going to get to the 1-yard line, just short of the goal line, and then Presley again up the middle. He will score this time, and the Bulldogs are up 7-0 after the PAT. 5-star drive of the week, here it is. Thanks, 5-star. Patriots on their own 15-yard line. Mikhail Grace passes to Jonathan Howard, and then Maurice Edwards up the middle for a small gain there. Grace now back, shotgun, passing. Jonathan Howard gets about 15 yards before James Brown takes him down. Mikhail Grace then back to pass, looking. Jonathan Howard again. Watch this play. Going to get about 18 yards to the 47. Then Grace back, looking, taking his time, heaves it to Telly Whitfield. Look at that right there. That was kind of pretty right there. 7-7 after the PAT. We are tied. Now Bulldogs on their own 45. Greg Purcell takes off up the middle, gets about 7 yards before Grace takes him down. Then Purcell again, left side, cuts back to around midfield, and then gets about 5. Caleb Presley now is going to drop back, pass to James Brown. He's going to make it about 20 yards before he's brought down by Wilcox County. Then Ronaldo Williams will get the ball. He runs it up the middle, manages about a 5-yard gain, and they're kind of getting a long drive here on the Patriots. Greg Purcell now again gets the ball, takes it up left side for about a 7-yard gain, and they are knocked on the door in the red zone. Then Ronaldo Williams will take off right side, and he's going to be taken down there by Marquise Brown. Then Caleb Presley back to pass, finds Keith Sapp, 5-yard line. He's in for the score. PAT was no good, and it was 13-7. Bulldogs out on top. Second quarter now. ECI with the ball. Greg Purcell gets it for about 6. Then Purcell tries to take the ball in the middle again. No luck. Ends up with a small loss. Presley will get it now for ECI. Tries to run up again the middle, and the Patriots are playing tough defense here in the second quarter. Ronaldo Williams now with the ball. Up the right side. Gets about 10 yards before he is taken down. And then Purcell again. ECI just running the ball all night long. They take it up the middle. Small gain there. Then Purcell again gets the ball, tries to take it up the middle, but more good defense by the Patriots. Then Ronaldo Williams again gets about 4 yards for ECI. Now Williams again, left side and right side rather, gets about first down, and the Patriots, rather doesn't get the first down. Patriots get it back. Patriots with the ball. Mikhail Grace takes it left side. He's going to get about 22 yards, and he's going to get knocked down around the 37-yard line. Then Grace back passing. Caleb Lindsey gets it for about 5 yards before he's taken down. Then Grace again, shotgun back. Taiwan Daughtry is going to get it. Nice catch right there on about the 22-yard line. Grace now up the middle, gets about a yard, and then he will get back and have the ball and passes, but it's going to be popped right here for a fumble, and ECI would get it back. It was 14-7. ECI would lead at halftime, and they would pull away, 13-7 rather. They would pull away in the second half and win this ball game, 38-27. Tough loss for Wilcox County at home. They finished the season 10-3. Up next, our game of the week, Northside at Ware County, right after this.
Welcome back to the End Zone, insured by 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. Hit of the Week is brought to you by Ford.
Welcome back to our show. I'm Bill Shanks. Now let's have our game of the week, Northside at Ware County. This was a rematch of the 2007 state finals in Quad A. That game was also in Waycross. Ware County actually led that game with about 6 minutes to play, but then Northside's Tawan Green threw a 40-yard touchdown pass to Nick Bass for the game-winning touchdown. That gave Northside its second straight state championship. Once again this year, both teams very, very good. Northside in a tough test, though, for tonight, as Ware County's defense has been one of the best in the state all year. The Gators allowed only 8 points per game coming into this contest, while Northside had one of the best offenses in the state with Glenn Smith, Curtis Martin, and Keyshawn Hill. Both teams now in 5A and are ready for a battle at Memorial Stadium, and it was packed, and a great crowd, of course, made it from Warner Robins down to Waycross. Here we go, first drive, Ware County tries to pass, but Edward Mathis with a good play on defense for Northside. Next play, they give it to Xavier Tobler, who gets about a yard. That's about it. Good defense again. Third down and long now. Jamar Johnson's pass complete to Carlton Jenkins. Nice play, big game, first down for the Gators. Then they go back to the ground. It's Johnson on the keeper. He's got a first down up the middle for Ware County. On third down, though, the Eagles get tough on defense. Johnson gets back to pass. His pass is complete, but nice defense right there. Short gain. They'd have to go for 3. And the 36-yard field goal is up and no good. And Northside, the fans were happy because it was still 0-0. Now the Eagles go to the air and they get going, but the pass is almost intercepted by Cameron Gibson right there. The Gators, he can't hang on to it. Then Northside would have to punt and give it back to Ware County. After a long return, they go to the air. Johnson finds Tobler. He's going to dive into the end zone right there for the score. And after the PAT, that made it 7-0. Ware County out on top. And the Eagles go back to the air themselves. Glenn Smith is going to get to work, and he's going to find Keyshawn Hill. And this is a 19-yard reception by Hill, who's had a great season for the Eagles all year long. Then Smith again drops back. It's Curtis Martin this time with the catch. Almost looking like the same play, and the Eagles are driving into Gator territory. Now a little running action for Northside as they keep it on the ground. Here's a pass now. Here's a pass by the Eagles, and they are knocking on the door. Then Smith going to keep it on the ground, spins off a tackler right there. Nice play, and he's going to get in for the 6 points, and it was 7-7 after the PAT. This game was tied. Great ball game in Ware County. The teams would trade punts, and it's Northside's ball again. Smith throws it up, and Carlton Jenkins is going to pick it off of Ware County, and he's going to get the ball stripped, but the Gators would recover. And then the Northside defense would come to work again. A.J. Banks, watch this kid. Ooh, what a play right there by Banks. Clogs up that running lane and brings Tobler down for a loss. And again, he does it again. Quarterback can't get anywhere as Banks makes the play. That would set up a field goal for Ware County, and it was good. That would make the score 10-7 as Ware County led by 3 at halftime, and Northside would be down by 3 at half. Now let's fast forward to overtime, 17-17. Tobler for Ware County takes it up the middle for the Ware County touchdown. Trey Payne wouldn't like the call and would get a 15-yard penalty that would hurt Northside. So instead of the 15, they go back to the 30. Fourth down now, Glenn Smith's pass, back looking, and it's incomplete. Ware County knocks it down, and Ware County wins 24-17 as they go crazy, and the Eagles are really upset, obviously, in this game. Now, real quick, let me tell you what happened in the game here. Northside was actually down by 10 points, 17-7, with 30 seconds left to go. They scored on a touchdown by Glenn Smith to Burnham for a 7-yard pass, and they got the ball back on the ensuing kickoff and then had a 42-yard field goal to send it into overtime. Rivera got the field goal, but as they went into overtime, Ware County scored, as you saw, but Northside unable to. The Eagles finished their season at 13-1 after a tough loss in Waycross. All right, we'll take a break, come back. Dooley County highlights right after this. Very tough chore for Dooley County tonight. They had to go to Lincolnton to play Lincoln County. And Larry Campbell, one of the best coaches in the state of Georgia, he's been in the state semifinals 26 times, so he was used to this. Let's take you back for some of the highlights now of this game with Dooley County and Lincoln County. And here we go for some of the highlights. We start in the first quarter. Slugfest early on. 5-star prospect Montravius Adams. Short yardage back, but the Red Devils not intimidated. They get the stop and the ball back. But on the ensuing possession, Ben Turner on the keeper. He's going to cough up the football. Dooley will recover right there, and that would lead to a Bobcats field goal to make it 3-0. Dooley County out on top. But then, with 2.7 seconds left in the half, Lincoln County tries to even things up, but the field goal is blocked. Mark Clark scoops it up and takes it 75 yards to the house. Dooley County led 10-0 at halftime, and believe it or not, Dooley County, this is a huge upset. They beat Lincoln County tonight by the score of 10-7. There's Larry Campbell right there. A huge upset. Dooley County heads to the state championship game next Saturday morning against ECI, and that will be their first state championship game since 1983 when they lost to West Rome. Congratulations to Jimmy Hughes and the Bobcats from Dooley County. Up next, we'll check the scores from all over the state of Georgia right after this. Do not forget to check out the little radio show I do every weekday afternoon from 3 until 6. It's called The Bill Shanks Show on Fox Sports 1670 AM in Macon. You can also listen on your iHeartRadio application on your smartphone or iPad. Don't forget to listen to our morning show as well, The Morning Show with Chucky Olson and Daniel Shirley from 7 until 9. All right, here we go. Let's check out the scoreboards in the semifinal action and see what's happening. This is 6A, low-scoring game here. Lovejoy 63, North Cobb 42. 12 in a row now for the Wildcats, and they will play Norcross. The Blue Devils of Norcross win 41-27 over Colquitt County. So next Saturday night at 8:30 in the Georgia Dome, it's Lovejoy versus Norcross for the 6A state championship. The team that will play Ware County, who beat Northside tonight in Waycross, will be Gainesville. The Red Elephants are now 11-3 after their 28-14 win over Whitewater tonight. And that's a pretty big win for the Gainesville team. So Gainesville versus Ware County next Friday night at 8:30 in the Georgia Dome. 4A now. Sandy Creek, no surprise here. They are now 14-0. They're the number 1 seed from Region 5, ranked number 1 in the state. They've won 33 consecutive home games, 12 straight playoff home games. They beat Monroe area easily 35-0, and they will now play Richland, the Panthers, who beat Mary Persons last week, win by 1 point over Marist. So next Saturday at 5:30 for the Quad H State Championship, it's Sandy Creek versus Ridgeland. AAA, Buford over Cartersville. No shock there. 6th straight season Buford has been in the semifinals. If they won, they're now going to be in their state title game for the 11th time in 13 years. They'll play St. Pius. They beat the North Hall Trojans 31-6. So next Friday, St. Pius versus Buford for AAA. AA, Jefferson all over Greater Atlanta Christian tonight, 42-14. Jefferson is now 13-1. That's the team that beat Fitzgerald last week, and they will play Calhoun. This was a tough game here. Calhoun wins over Lamar County 21-7, so it'll be Calhoun versus Jefferson next week, Saturday 2:30 in the Georgia Dome for AA. Private schools for single A. Prince Avenue wins over Landmark Christian by the score of 32-22. They will face Eagles Landing. That will be next Friday at 2:30 in the Georgia Dome. Eagles Landing, the Chargers beat George Walton tonight 27-14. So really, Dooley County is the only team left for Middle Georgia, and a great year. I hate that Northside lost and also Wilcox County, but a good, we'll have to keep an eye on Dooley County for next week. All right, it's our last show of the season. We want to thank all of our shooters, Robert Hughes, who's been with me for 8 years, also Tucker Sargent, Jonathan Swanson, Kyle Warnke, Andrew Reeser, Ryan Pope, and also Griffin Versteed, all the crew behind the scenes, plus our producer, Rachel Smith as well. Great to be with you. Thanks for joining us for the last 15 weeks. For all of us at 41 NBC, I'm Bill Shanks. Good night.